use it whenever I can.
Yeah, portmanteau, that's when you take two words and you combine them to make something like breakfast and lunch. You got brunch.
Right. There you go.
Or motor and hotel, you have motel.
Barn dominium is the barn part's pretty self-evident. So it's, about a barn. And the dominium part, they're kind of taking a play on the word condominium. So, but they're really doing it pretty loosely because a condominium is a building or a type of building, but it's based on the organizational platform of that community. So when a condominium has, like some places have a homeowners association, a condominium association has documents of condominium that govern what they do, their rules, their guidelines, and so forth. So as a result of that organizational method, the buildings themselves are called condos or condominiums. We think of them here in Florida as like the high rises by the beach or what have you, but it doesn't have to be. I've done condominiums that are freestanding houses in a neighborhood where all the houses in that neighborhood are condos, but they're still houses. So it's not about the type of building. It's about the organization of how they were built and the rules of how they run. But it's kind of common slang now as a condo is a beach condo or what have you. So they kind of used it loosely with barn dominium because there's not really any organizational group as far as I can see behind a barn dominium. What it really means is somebody that's taking a property with a big barn type building on it. And they've also building into that barn a residence, a functional residence. I didn't really see any instances where there were multiple residences owned by multiple people on them. It was usually one owner situation. So the dominium part of the barn dominium is just because I think it sounds cool. As far as financing for those goes, it's kind of like any other kind of off the beaten path property, like a dome home or an A-frame home. It's tough to get financing on them. But you can if there are other comparables that can be found when you get the appraisal done. So that's the big challenge with something like a barn home or what have you. You got to find other comps in the neighborhood that have sold recently so that you can evaluate that property. So it's hard to finance that. I'll talk a little bit. We're going to take a break, but I'll talk a little bit more about the second part of the question when we come back.
Hey, this is Deborah Roberts from The Jim Colbert Show, and you're listening to Home Loans Radio on Real Radio. Now, back to the show with that mortgage guy, Don.
Good morning. You are listening to Home Loans Radio with that mortgage guy, Don. And here we just, rhapsodize about the wonders of the mortgage world.
Rhapsodize.
We love it so much. It's everything to us.
Well,
some of us. Mostly Don. I'm MJ, and Fritz is here taking care of all of us and bringing us the joy of his happy voice.
There you go.
Aww, thank you.
Welcome back to the show, everybody.
We had someone say, you guys are awesome. Listen to you religiously.
Thanks, Mom.
Awesome. It's funny we say religiously. I wonder, do you think he's praying or is it just mean? I know.
Like clockwork.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. But it has that connotation of religion.
Yeah, religion.
Right.
It's got the
Good
connotation of religion.
Some people go to church on Saturday mornings. Others come listen to the Home Loans Radio Show right here on Real Radio. Also, I got some news. Actually, we're on Real Radio, of course, in all of Central Florida. That runs from Tampa, all the way to the Brevard Coast, Vero Coast, all the way up to. I've got clients that call me from St. Augustine, even Jacksonville, even South Jacksonville. That the Real Radio station has a big reach. But also we're on simulcast in West Palm Beach on 92.1. Hello, people there. 101.7 in Vero Beach. And
Salutations.
And guess what, Fritz? October 16th. October 16th
What?
is our debut.
What?
Yep, two new stations.
What?
We're going to be on 96.9 The Game starting October 16th. They're going to simulcast our show and also their sister channel 740 AM. So that's exciting. We'll be up to five stations broadcasting our shenanigans.
That's amazing.
Our rhapsody.
How would they do that?
Why would they do that? Don, first thing I said to you back in June 1st, 2019, I said this show needs to be syndicated. Did I not?
That's right, my friend. You did.
The first show, I said
it wasn't even good then.
No,
it was terrible.
I listened to it recently.
It's awful.
I listened to it.
That first show, I said, man, we gotta get this. We gotta take this thing on the road. You put that in a bottle, you get something sweeter than Yoo-hoo.
right? And he said, but we gotta
We got to get this show liquored up, get it better, and then soon put it out there.
well, anyway, so starting in a couple of weeks, we're going to be on five stations across the state of Florida. Man, we're almost worldwide.
That's so
Oh,
exciting.
wow. We're statewide.
We're definitely statewide from here to yonder and back again. But
I mean, is there a world outside of Florida?
thank you, of course, thank you to all of our listeners for that. Part of that is, the stations see our listenership and things. It's they don't put people on if nobody's listening. So
That is
that's
correct.
good. So if we're getting on more stations, that means we're doing a good thing, and so are you. Thanks for being part of it. You
Heck
can
yeah.
text in your questions. I forgot to tell people. What do? We talk about mortgages and home loans. If you're new,
Right.
welcome to the show.
Yeah, you'll figure it out.
MJ, the old salt. Yeah, they'll get on board or get off the street.
You were answering the question about barn dominiums, but the second half of that question was, are there building loans available?
Yeah, construction loans, building loans. There aren't any that we have right now. There are. So back when COVID started, there's a type of loan that kind of a lot of people use to build things on land that they own, or they buy the land. In some cases, you could buy the land as part of the deal and then build on it. You could have a builder build on it, called a construction to perm loan. That's the name for it. So we can still do construction loans or loans of properties that have already been built or finished being built, or the builder finances the build out of it. The ones that have been on hold for over a year are the ones where you buy the land and then we finance the construction, the draws. Like we'll finance 1/5 of it to do the slab and the plumbing and the electrical, then another 1/5 to do the framing and so on. Those are still on hiatus for us. I have heard there's a couple banks out there that have stuck their toe back in. So if you need to do that, you can call around. And you might be able to find somebody. But I've also heard that sometime in Q4, which we're almost in a week we're in that we might be reactivating some of those programs. So hold steady. They might be on the way. I don't know if we're going to be able to do a new construction to build a barn dominium though, because as I was mentioning before the break, it's kind of what we would call an odd property. What makes it odd, it falls in the category of, in Florida, log cabin homes, dome homes, A-frame homes, things like that. The only way you can evaluate what a home is worth is by the comparables of sales of other homes of the same type, the same age, size, So
The same ilk. so to
the
speak.
same ilk. Good word. That is a
good
really
word.
big. It's like a really big deer, right?
No.
Yeah, it's
an
also kind of
elk.
like soy milk. It's like silk, but it's not. There's no
Skim
S. They
milk,
can't
yes.
afford it. So it's just ilk.
And again, I insist that's soy squeezings.
Absolutely.
Nut juice.
Dump that. But the problem with those kind of homes is that you can't get comparables for them, so the bank can't evaluate them. They can't see what they're worth, and that's why I said in Florida. Like if you're in North Carolina, there's tons of log homes, I'm sure, that are selling. But in Vero Beach, probably not as many log homes selling. I've also had a situation up in Ocala. We were able to finance an A-frame home for somebody. You remember what those look like, MJ? They're like the letter A.
Okay.
Really
sure.
tall.
I'm with you.
They're
Capital letter A. I'm
capital, definitely a capital A. They're really tall and pointy, like a triangle, but the roofs run all the way down the sides from
Got
the
it.
top to the ground.
Sure, I've seen
And
that.
then the front and back are where all your windows and doors are.
So instead of building walls, they built roof.
Yeah, I don't know who came up with that. It was like in the old days, way old
When
days.
roofs were cheap.
Howard Johnson's kind of had that that style
Oh
of
man,
building.
do you remember those Hojo roofs?
Yeah, and what was the other one? The Wiener Schnitzel.
Oh, okay.
Buildings. But anyway,
Pizza Hut with their mansard roofs.
I don't know what a mansard roof is.
Oh, you don't know what a mansard roof is.
No.
I just said that. Tell us.
Teach us.
A mansard roof is it's like a roof that looks like it's wearing a hat. It's just kind of cute, but it's very old fashioned.
I understand.
It's like
it's a roof with a little roof.
yeah, it's like a pyramid, but it's like flat on top. If that
Okay.
makes sense.
Oh, okay. I see.
I do. Well, that's like part of their logo. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it now. I didn't know there was a name for that. I just called it the Pizza Hut roof.
Look at the house with the Pizza Hut roof. That's weird.
So the A-frame house, I was saying we were able to finance one up in the Ocala area because we did a check, and guess what? There are a lot of other A-frame houses. They're supposed to be really energy efficient. A lot of people use them as lake houses and that kind of stuff. They got a lot of windows. You can, because of the construction and the way they're done, you can have like the whole front as almost all windows because you've got the sides are all roof.
Well, you need those windows.
Yeah,
because the sides are dreary.
Otherwise, you're in a box.
Yeah.
Well, not a box. I guess a triangle.
Right.
But yeah, so to answer the question, construction loans not quite back yet for us. I think they're going to be soon. Hang in there. We'll soon as it happens, promise you I'll announce it right away. You can text in your question to 77031. You can also go to homeloansradio.com. If you're like wondering, oh, you know what, I've been thinking about applying for a refinance or getting pre-approved, you can do that with us as well. You can go to homeloansradio.com. There's a button up there at the top that says apply now. I make it really simple to get a quote if you're thinking about refinancing. If you just got a quote from your lender for a Streamline FHA refinance, I strongly recommend that you look at that quote with a side eye, because you may be able to get out of the PMI that's
Stink
associated with it. Yeah. Get us to give you a quote. Go ahead, MJ.
Yeah, well, we have some questions. You ready? And
Sure.
also some people are telling us what they're doing, which we love. Anthony is on his way to the poker room again.
Anthony,
You're
You're
going to
killing
play
me.
poker all the time. He loves the show.
I'm slaving away over a hot microphone and you're going to play poker. Oh, which reminds me, Fritz, yesterday, the 23rd, well, the end of the week this week. I
Was
can't remember, is the 22nd or the 23rd. What was
the anniversary.
the anniversary?
The anniversary.
The anniversary of me becoming the reigning champ of the Real Radio Celebrity Poker Tournament.
That was a
Heck yeah.
fantastic.
And now, thanks COVID, I'm going to be the champ for the third year in a row. Randy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That 3-year championship is going to have an asterisk, though. You do realize that.
I don't care. Put it on my tombstone. I'm fine with it. Anyway, yeah, the anniversary of the 3. I did reached out to Jack Bradshaw, and the plan is to try and do it next September 2022. So,
All right.
but if I win next year, then it'll just
Oh, my gosh.
it'll just be, there'll be 2 asks or
There'll still be an
asterisks.
asterisk, but you will be a champion for
Nobody's ever won
4
twice.
years. Yeah.
No, yeah.
Nobody's ever held the title for more than a year. So
Well, and the last time, nobody knew who you were. So this time,
yeah,
people are going to be looking.
right.
You're going to have to bring it because
Oh,
you're
you're
going
gonna
to
have a target right on that head.
Yeah, you are. They're all going to want to be getting you out. You should wear your shirt from last time when you play this time.
Yes. Well, of course, the reason that's significant is because when you get kicked out of the poker tournament, you lose your shirt.
Right.
Your
But
metaphor.
you'll
That's
have
right.
2 to start with.
And
Yeah.
Your Real Radio shirt, and whoever knocks you out of the tournament gets it. But I'm the only person that still has mine because
Mhm.
I didn't get knocked out.
That's right.
Well, you're listening to Home Loans Radio, where we talk about home loans and mortgages and how to buy a home, how to sell a home. A couple questions that have come up this past week, having to do with people that are in the process of getting a divorce and they're trying to figure out how to separate that house, how to buy each other out. We can answer questions about that. You can go to homeloansradio.com. As I mentioned, you can do a ton of things there. You can just click to apply and get a quote for your refinance. You can click to get approved for a home loan. We're going to talk more about that in just a minute when we come back from this break.
Hey, this is Ryan from the Monsters, and now back to That Mortgage Guy Don on Real Radio.
We need like a
Yeah, that's
real-
right. Home
Yeah.
Loans Radio on Real Radio. We are back. You're listening to me, Fritz, MJ, and That Mortgage Guy Don. If you have a question, text it into 77031. Also, homeloansradio.com. You can send us a shout out. What are you doing, Don?
Hey, I'm doing the radio show. Folks. Right where I'm supposed to be.
Hot mic.
Welcome back to Home Loans Radio, where we talk about, as the man said, home loans, with mortgages, financing, refinancing, jumbo loans, investment property, you name it. You got a question about the world of real estate? I am a mortgage expert. I've been doing this for more than 3 months.
Nice.
Yeah, way more than 3 months. And I can answer your questions live here on air. You can text them in or just tell MJ what you're doing. She's very curious about what everybody else is doing while she's here looking out the window, wistfully seeing what's going on out there in this beautiful Sunday morning.
It is gorgeous. I'll dump that, don't worry.
Figuring out what's going on out there. You can text in. We got a lot of people asking questions, so let's do some of those and get caught up here a little
All
bit.
right. What does a good bank account look like to start the process of looking for a home? Thinking about a 10% down payment. What does that look like?
So yeah, when you're buying a